The story begins with a saying that tells us that anyone who possesses the spear of destiny will be able to measure the whole world, and the world will be in his hands, and this spear is basically its foundation. I've been lost since my second baptism ended. That's it. Let me remind you of something simple, my friend, which is that this is just a movie at the end of the day. Anything you see in this movie, I don't believe in it, and you shouldn't believe in it either. It's just imagination, my friend. So, what did you learn? We move on to Mexico and see two people. They were digging through graves, searching for items to sell. One opens an underground box and finds something inside, a spear wrapped in a Nazi flag. And as soon as they touch it, they feel something strange and hear weird sounds. And it seems like this guy gets possessed. He walks away and leaves his friend who was calling out to him. But suddenly, a truck comes at Rabia and hits him, and a strange symbol appears on his hand. But he gets up like nothing happened, and he starts running as if he was never run over. The next day in America, in Los Angeles, an older woman makes breakfast and tea, then finds her daughter walking on the ceiling. It's a strange sight. I'm just sitting there. But what's up with Biden Man? The girl's possessed, so the woman calls healer and magician John Constantine. He arrives to exorcise her daughter, then goes to the house and meets someone named Hennessy. The key point is this guy couldn't do anything about it. They discuss the situation, then he goes to the girl's room where she's tied to the bed and stays there. He tries to identify what kind of djinn this is. What kind of connection does it have, and how do you get it out of the girl? Focusing on her, not the connection itself. Then, the friends bring out a symbol, approach her, and he says some unclear words. When she replies with the djinn's voice, he marks her face, and the girl begins shaking as if the djinn is burned. John believes this, but later learns it wasn't actually burned. He discovers the devil or djinn inside the girl wants to enter our world. John then tells her family to bring a big mirror, and he goes to the window and tells the taxi driver underneath, whose name is Chaz, to move the taxi 2 meters away from the window. Then everything he said happens, and after that he makes the family stands by the girl's bed holding a mirror so the devil sees himself. John tells everyone to keep their eyes closed no matter what they hear. Then the possession begins. He then performs an exorcism to remove the devil from the girl's body. One person was about to open his eyes to see what was happening and why. At that moment, the man's hair literally started turning gray. What he saw made his hair turn white. The man's hair turned gray. He dropped the mirror and collapsed in fear. John continued, succeeded in exorcising the demon and trapped it in the mirror. He throws the mirror off the balcony, shattering it. It seems the demon dies. Though I'm not certain, I think it just left it to God and died. After that, John finishes up for the night and is about to leave. But he notices a drawing in the girl's room, a drawing of her while she was possessed. That drawing, by the way, is of the Spear of Destiny. So John takes the drawing with him, then goes down to talk with Father Hennessy, who still can't believe what happened. So, there's a demon that wants to possess a woman and cross over into our world. Excuse my language. John tells him not to believe it, but if he ever comes across another case like this, he should call him, because he won't know how to handle it on his own. Then John leaves with Chaz and gets in the taxi with him. Checklist. Identify main ideas, remove repetition, focus on core details, preserve names and intent, ensure grammatical accuracy. Chaz drives John to appointments because he wants to be like John and handle spirits and demons. After they talk for a while, John goes home and we see him sitting in his house. After that, a girl named Angela goes to the priest at the church and talks to him about how she feels very guilty because she killed someone today. We learn that she works as a police officer, and she says that sometimes she can see the criminals in her dreams as she kills them. And she feels like this is a curse from God on her. But the priest tells her it's not. Don't worry, my daughter. This is normal. Stay strong and don't let it affect you. You're just doing your job. And when she goes home and sleeps, she dreams about her twin sister, who is in a mental hospital. And in the dream, her sister is escaping and has the mark of the devil on her hand. After a moment, she jumps from the hospital roof into the water. The next day at the hospital, the doctor told John the lung cancer had spread throughout his lungs. Because of all the cigarettes he's smoked, he needs to quit. Son, you smoke more cigarettes at 16 than that kid does in a day. Son, you've ruined your lungs, son. But can I just finish this cigarette after how many missions? My friend refuses to quit smoking and doesn't believe me, thinking it's no big deal. What bothers me is he spent last year in trouble, but a cigarette might end him. Good morning, Mom. He finishes his cigarette, goes off with friends, and we'll see what happens. Angela went to the hospital for her sister Isabel, the one who supposedly committed suicide. And just like I told you, she really did commit suicide just like she saw in the dream. She can't believe that her sister could actually commit suicide, especially in such a way, but it's confirmed that it was a suicide and not a crime. After a while, they come to a bar that's literally full of people possessed by devils, not humans. And everyone there is possessed, and it's a dark, crazy night. So what happens next? He goes in after a while. The owner of this whole place, his name is Midnight, and he tells him about chasing a demon yesterday that wanted to reveal their knowledge. Midnight thinks something's off, since demons usually only tempt or whisper, and humans can't access such knowledge. John still feels uneasy and suspects the demons are planning something big. I don't know, yeah. Then someone named Balthazar shows up, who is actually a disguised demon, and he keeps mocking John, who is already not in the mood. And he was literally about to put his hand in a flower. Midnight silences them, telling them to respect the owners, calling them old men. John then goes home and finds Angela arriving, wanting something. She wants to question him, and when he learns she's police, he lets her in. She then tells him all about herself and her sister. She says her sister died by suicide in the hospital, and before admission, she began talking about jinn and demons. She suggests he might be connected to her death, and maybe they were the ones who did this to her. But he thinks she's just talking nonsense, that it's all just silly talk, nothing serious. I told you before we started that you shouldn't believe any of this. It's just a movie. Yeah, anyway, like I told you, that's it. It said devils, and God made a pact. So devils can only whisper to humans and do nothing more. Suddenly his friend breaks all the laws and devils appear. John fights and defeats them. He then tells Angela he'll stay with her to protect her and learn more. How does what she said relate to what's happening and what's going on with her sister? Then he visits her, saying he just needs hot water because he's tired. Her sister Isabel, wait, what do you mean by tired? Her sister? Let me tell you, tired means something from her experience, something that belongs to her. She brings him her cat, so he sits, dips his foot in the water, holds the cat, and tells Langla she's leaving. Get out, woman. He starts his rituals, and he almost enters a hellish world full of demons. And at that moment, he keeps looking for Isabel, you know what I mean? And he sees her there while she's calling out to him and getting worried at that moment. The wristband that used to be on the patient's hands in the hospital, you know, it had their information and all that. And then she tries to kill herself again, like, come on, woman, I'm running after you because you're trying to kill yourself. Anyway, after that, he goes to get the wristband, and he manages to take it by force. And then she wakes up, and he calls out to Angela, who comes in and finds him literally emitting smoke from his whole body. And he tells her that there's a mark of hell on her, meaning it's as if she committed suicide. And since she did, she's in hell. Then he gives her her wristband. He took it from her. I didn't understand either, so what did he do on the other side? Meanwhile, Father Hennessy went to the morgue where Angela's sister was, and he goes in and holds her hand, the one with the devil's mark on it. Suddenly, you see the man getting possessed right in front of you, and he wanted to drink alcohol to get rid of the possession he was under. But he didn't have any alcohol with him, and he didn't want to drink again. Will you be okay, or are you just getting by? Key is, with friends, he quickly visits liquor stores or places of vice, seeking sins by drinking. But he can't because the mushroom won't come out of the bottle when he pours. It might just be a tiny drop or nothing at all. When I go out with my group, I get punished because of my friends. He goes to the place, sees what's happening, and is almost the cause. God knows best. He kills the priest, injures his hand before dying, and his soul goes to the jinn and angels. He tells her that as a child, he saw strange things. Jinn, demons, spirits, and other supernatural beings that no one else could see. When he got older, his family thought he was crazy and put him in a mental hospital where he was electroshocked and tortured. And Acnalakian died. Acnalakian. You know what I mean, right? Like, isn't it obvious? I mean, Acnalakian died. Acnalakian. So where? Acnalakia, not Acnalakian, died and was gone for 2 minutes. During that time, he visited another world, saw everything about jinn and devils, and said it was amazing. Although only 2 minutes passed, it felt like he spent years there with friends. When he returned, he resolved to expel the devils and send them to hell, hoping God would be pleased and let him enter paradise instead of hell. Friends support each other. Angela hears about Alex's death and goes to investigate, with John joining her. John is very upset to see his friend dead. They discover Alex cut his hand and made a devil's symbol, realizing something bad is happening. John then calls another friend. He told him to avoid the symbol and report any findings. He then asks Angela about her sister, and later they visit the house, discussing and searching with her. Because I want to understand why. No, I just want to know what the whole thing is about. She tells him her sister was like her, seeing jinn and demons, and their mother sent her to an asylum out of fear. Angela also reveals she and her sister, they left messages on the house window, and when she blows on the glass, she sees one from her sister saying that the son of the devil is trying to possess her, the son of the devil himself. What would the devil do to you? After that, he calls his friend Bajuna and tells him that this mark belongs to the followers of the son of Iblis, who refused his rule and rebelled against him. He creates his own kingdom, aiming to enter the human world. That's how the story begins, and everything connects. Acab, a follower's son, senses something strange within, like a demon. John admits he feels it too, and is scared. Now he has to do something about it. I wish you would die so you could just be dead. Your name is wrong, so I don't want to keep mispronouncing it. Anyway, when Eckhab describes John and Angela to me, they later find that he died from a lot of insects. Thank God he's dead because I don't want to keep saying your name. That's what's important. The friends talk. Swam tells Angela she used to be like her. But after her sister was called crazy and sent to the hospital, she decided to talk less and stay quiet. She sees something, but now she wants to go back to see who else. Excuse me. I mean, I didn't used to see, but I want to go back and see again. Excuse me. John says, okay, I'll help. But there's no turning back on this decision, Mama. He takes her to perform rituals to see the other world, the jinn, the mischievous ones, and the kaza. Then he puts her in a tub of water, leaves her there, and prevents her from getting out even as she nearly drowns. Time slows down, she glimpses the other world, then wakes up. For a moment, it felt like he wanted to kill her. John says she saw someone with her sister and a strange coin. Later, she and friends find the coin by Payman's body. John recognizes it's Amina's coin, the one with the scar, and leaves immediately. John keeps fighting and hitting him, then learns the son of the devil will come. Yes, I remember. The summary is that the spear of Qadr comes through Abu al-Sahab, who needs Angela. John dies with the scar, then takes the spear and Angela and leaves. As they walk, Abu al-Sahab finds them. That Angela? She was taken from his side to another world, moving away from him. John then rushes to Midnight, persistently confronting the two until he finally gets in. He tells him he wants to use the chair and says, look, I'll be direct. If you swear to God, I'll catch you in your words and tell you. This execution chair reveals truths about the other world and serves as a gateway between our world and the world of demons. Its significance lies in the chair itself, which is neutral. John Baca explains to Midnight that he needs the chair. Baca moves John, sits on the chair, is tied up, water is poured under him, and Midnight breaks a light bulb, sticks it into John, sending him to the other world. He sees the man who took the Spear of Destiny at the start of the movie heading to the hospital where... Who died there? Isabel died there. She's whose sister? Are you Angela's sister? He's attacked by demons and choked. But Midnight, the gang boss, saves him and starts a fight. John then goes to the hospital with his driver, Chaz. That's the one who was at the very beginning of the movie. We see Baca, and Angela's at the hospital. She falls into the same pool where her sister died, and the spear-wielding man chases her. She keeps shooting him, but he survives. Then the gang boss arrives with Baca, who's Uncle John, and he meets the demons there and tells them that they either go back to hell or he will kill them. Then, Cheese puts the cross in the water to make it holy. Yes, now the water becomes holy, and they turn on the water and pour it on all the demons. Uncle John shoots them all with his weapon and kills them. Angela drowned in the pool, and her soul went to hell, where she meets someone resembling her. She then returns to reality, and John and Cheese leave. To get her out from that demon, they keep reading strange things over her. Unfortunately, Cheese dies, and the demon ends up inside Angela. So basically, she became pregnant with it. Anyway, at that moment, John summons a king in the body of a woman named Gabriel. Gabriel. Gabriel Martinez. Gabriel. Gabriel is stuck in my head, or maybe she's sick, I don't know. It's Gabriel. Gabriel. Get out of here, man. So if you... I mean, what the hell, Uncle, son of the devil? What is this? What can we do? God is enough for me and the best disposer of affairs. Afterward, with the king's friends, he removes John from the body and throws him out of the room. Finding himself powerless, he can do nothing. He commits suicide, that's it. God is great, but he's lost hope. The key thing is, he commits suicide. Dima, naturally he does. At that moment, as Garion was about to kill Angela with the spear to draw out the devil's son, time slows down. Lucifer arrives to take John to hell and speaks to him about what's happening. Look at your son, see what he's doing, and then he appears. That Lucy wasn't seeing any of what was happening. Lucifer stops King Garion from killing Angela, brings her back as a symbol of hell, and the king is reduced to a weak human. Lucifer tries to take John to hell, but a great light appears and takes John away because he was righteous. The narrator isn't sure how John escapes. In the end, with his friends, he lived and didn't die. He got another chance to continue his journey in fighting the demons, and in the end, he gives the spear to Angela and tells her to keep it safe, and that he's going to continue his path in destroying the demons. And after all this, he's supposedly finishing up. If you didn't understand that last part, I'll explain it to you as a friend. Look, Right now, when John saw there was absolutely no solution he could do, he decided to end it himself. He killed himself. He killed himself. That's because he knows the one who takes his soul is the big boss, our big boss. God, our big boss, not anyone else, our big boss. Who is the big boss? The son of the big boss is Lucifer. So, this is also related to John and anyone else, really. So, when Lucifer came to take John to hell, he told him, "Wait, your son is down here causing chaos and wants to rebel and come into the human world." So, at that moment, he exposed the angel there and also exposed his son. He took his son and brought him back to hell again. Unfortunately, John is cute, innocent, and nice. So John, he got a second chance from the god of this movie, and let him live again because he was a good man and he kept on killing demons. Since the god of this movie in this world wasn't really that strong. It's enough that he defeats them alone. I swear, you're amazing, and because you're the only one in this world. Since you've become my friend, I want to tell you, I'm Toda, and the story's over. And bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that I am Muhammad, the messenger of Allah. Just so you don't get anything wrong, because I believe there is no God but Allah, and that I am Muhammad, the messenger of Allah. I'm going to make ablution and pray now. See, Islam is such a blessing. I love the outro.